All right. So today was a really fun session. I went with some friends and I didn't really. No, actually, I did everything that I wanted to do. I didn't do it quite as fast as I would have done it usually, and I didn't stretch at all. And maybe I would have done a few more sets of the crow to handstand, but I basically did everything. But I also spent some time with them. And yeah, it turns out I can uh, pull up another person if that is a very light person. And I can also dip another person if it's a very light person. So yeah, that's super fun. I mean, that's like when I started learning the pull up, like when I couldn't do a single pull up, it was always the goal to be able to pull yourself up, right? To get to to move your body up a certain distance by pulling yourself up, and then of course, like say you were hanging somewhere or something, maybe you can pull yourself up and then get back onto the ledge or whatever. And yeah, so now I have achieved one more step, which is super nice, which is pull up with another person. So I don't know. I mean, it's completely meaningless. It doesn't really matter, but it's still a really fun achievement, I feel like. Um, yeah, so that was super nice. I just felt pretty strong today also. I don't know why. I also felt pretty strong in the push. Maybe it was because I had like a short afternoon nap before, like so not directly before the training session, but in the afternoon. Huh? And yeah, just super nice. I also got one super wonky crow to handstand in the end. I feel like I just have to lean more forward. Like at the moment, I do the crow and I lean forward, and then of course it becomes very heavy. So I try not to lean forward quite as much. Uh, because it just feels so heavy, but I just have to trust that I will be able to push, and if I won't be able to push, that I will be able to fall safely. Because what is currently happening is that I'm leaning too far back, and then the center of gravity is not right for an upwards push, and then I kind of push back or I push, and it just doesn't work. But if I try to move myself more forwards, then I feel like it actually works quite well. And then I still have to incorporate the legs for momentum. I mean, I feel like at the moment this is mostly a technical exercise. I mean, it's also a lot of strength. Like if I want to do it really without using momentum, it's of course a very strength-based exercise. But when I'm using momentum, I feel like it's also a lot of skill and technique and learning how your body moves in that position. So definitely overall a super fun session. And with lots of great successes and PRs, mostly in the weighted chin up and the weighted dip. And I feel like today, like before the crow to handstand, it I was able to do it at some points, and at some points I wasn't able to do it. But today it felt like I couldn't get it, and then I changed one specific thing, and then I could get it. And then afterwards I was like too exhausted to keep going, and it was too late for me. But I feel like this was a huge step. Like that's a huge difference in comparison to the last session, because in the last sessions I just tried, and at some point, and sometimes it felt like I had the strength, and sometimes it felt like I didn't. It felt like I didn't have the strength. And today it was different. I couldn't get it, and I changed something about how I performed the movement, and I was able to get it, even though it is the wonkiest crow to handstand I've ever seen. Um, but yeah, that's awesome. I don't know. I feel really good at the moment. I think I'm gonna go up in weight soon, maybe even tomorrow, and yeah, then one more week, then the rest week, and then the eccentrics, and I'm really looking forward to that. At the moment, I'm super happy with how this is going.